A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down following the run. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Oakland. 41 yards. Fresh set of downs here. First down, the run with Lynch. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr to throw on second down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Going to try and throw on third down. Cooper's got it. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. So opening drive third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield. Break towards the middle, and the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Now a play fake. Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Taco Charlton in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First down carry by Elliott. Finding room at the 30. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Prescott on first down. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A handoff left, Elliott. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 45 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Well, we've got a second. Want to take a quick spin around the league. Get your thoughts on the rookie quarterbacks. Some of them have been playing really well early, haven't they?
Yeah, so much for guys needing time to develop, or so it appears, right? Mitchell Trubisky in Chicago, Deshaun Watson in Houston, Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. All of them have played pretty well here in the early going into preseason. And in a couple of cases, they pushed their starting quarterbacks to become better, right? Tom Savage has picked up his game in Houston, as has Alex Smith in Kansas City. And one other rookie, keep an eye on Deshaun Kaiser in Cleveland. I think he's on the rise.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. A big play there. Carter Cooper, 43 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. A toss play. This is Lynch. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, here's Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook, 30 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On second down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. They'll run with Elliott. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the red zone now, Prescott got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag routes are...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing on first down is Carr. This one left side caught by Patterson. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now Carr throwing on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Time running out here on the play clock. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here we go on 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
The play clock's running down. A give to Elliott running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Carr gives to Marshawn, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Carr letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Raiders on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing his Carr on third down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Prescott to throw it, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Second down, Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Bailey now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Raiders. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Carr to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. To throw is Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper from 17 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
It's loose, and the Raiders have it. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick. He's back to throw. A right side catch by Crabtree.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. This from 51 yards for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So what a finish here as they maneuver into the outside of his range. He steps up and drills it from long distance.
And Brandon, that was no gimme, was it? These kickers, though, all they want is a chance. And he knew that one was good the second it left his foot.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Big D.